Kia ora, I'm David Skiffington and this is how I fill my day in. Right, after 2 years of freezing my cojones off every winter because the heater in this bloody ute doesn't work, I decided I would do the job which I had been trying to avoid for all that time, hoping it would spontaneously repair itself, and it didn't. So anyway, I decided to try and disassemble this thing, and after slowly destroying the ute, I have traced that the control that turns the heater valve on and off, which is this thing here, that's working fine. So the control works fine. So then I traced the cable deep into the guts of the centre console, and it seems to be working at the other end. So short of taking the entire dash out of this bloody machine, I'm kind of stumped. I think what's happening is the control is operating the cable is moving the control on the outside of the box, but somewhere deep inside the box I think it's come adrift. But if I spend much more time on this, I'm probably just going to take it out into a paddock and set fire to it. So I think I'll just be cold for a little bit. Because I couldn't fix that heater, I decided I'd do some other running repairs and try and get this heap of junk looking slightly more respectable. So a couple of weeks ago, one of my neighbours scraped her car along the side of the ute, and luckily she didn't do any damage to the panel work. It just looks like that all the time. But she did smash my fuel cap and gave me a racing mudguard, so I might have a bit of a look at them. That is the broken one. And luckily enough, I actually happen to have a spare, but it's been sitting in the shed for a long time, so if you have a look at that rubber, she's pretty perish. I'm just going to scavenge the rubber off the broken one, swap it out, and then presto, we'll have a fuel cap again. Now it's all factory, and no screwdriver required to open it. One down. I've decided I'll take off the other one as well, because even though it hasn't been crashed into, it's got a couple of cracks in it, and probably the simplest thing to do is just buy a set of plastic guards to replace these ones. I thought I'd do one last little job on the ute, so I took those mud guards off because they're pretty beaten up, and we'll try and sort out some replacements. But I've got this little toolbox that goes underneath my deck. You know, it's good for shovels and rammers and all that sort of gear. You know, sort of long tools that I need to carry with me all the time, but just a bit of a pain to have up on the deck. Anyway, the little hinges that hold the cover on are held in place with rivets, which is not ideal because they're pretty soft, and I've actually gone through and replaced all the rivets on that hinge and the middle one, and I'm just about to drill out these ones here. Haere rā, and don't forget to like and subscribe.